versus going out and figuring out which house do you want to buy. And so we're trying to, both from a planning and from an analytics perspective, pre-build the metrics. We'll let you change them, of course, but pre-build the metrics, pre-build the visualizations, the workflow from a workforce planning perspective. All of that together so that you can get started much faster, much quicker, and deliver it through the cloud, so it's also much easier for you to manage overall. So my thanks to Al for giving me that gimme. I think we have time for one really quick last question.
The answer is yes.
So I'll give it to you, Molly, which is getting started. I think that's the big question for everybody is, if you're more novice, best place to start.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, the best place to start is by having the conversation. I think part of it is just building the awareness. It's a big challenge for organizations. I think, especially from the HR side, you will probably find when you start talking about this, a lot of energy from the business. I think, getting started, just needs to start with having the conversation. And again, pick a small pilot area. Maybe you have a division, I always like to pick on sales because they have numbers, and you can measure things, and it tends to be a pretty quick way to tell if you're having an impact, if people are hitting quota or not. But look at a part of your organization that, likes numbers, is hungry for that. Again, sales, again, is a good part. You start the conversation and pick a small pilot area and say, is there an area that we can start looking at where we can start experimenting and saying, what can we do to start understanding both from an analytics perspective, providing some data to the business, and then also being able to use that to think about planning. So.
Great. And with that, we're out of time, so a couple of closing items. Just as I mentioned earlier, we'll make a recorded version of the webinar available to everyone, so look for that in an email within a few days.